If you go home today, maybe you had a really long day, and you sit down and reflect with a pen and paper, and you ask yourself, what was the headline of today? Yeah, like if you owned a newspaper and you had to write a catchy headline that described your day, what would it be? Welcome back to the Now Project. If you're new to this channel, this is a 30-day series focused on helping you take action in your life today. Not someday, not tomorrow, but now. And I started this 6 weeks ago because I kept seeing a very common theme. People were excited to create change. They were excited for their New Year's resolutions, but they ultimately kind of got to this paralyzing state where they stopped because they didn't have momentum, because they didn't have anyone really encouraging them. And so that is kind of what the idea of this project was born, that we could tackle things together. We could go through different themes every single week, and this one little thing that we would accomplish every single week would then hopefully inspire you to take on your own goals and your own journey. And being the last week of the Now Project, I wanted to really focus on reflection. So yesterday we talked about it, but today we're going to go a little bit further deeper. So really that question, if you had to come up with a headline, now it doesn't have to be front page news, you might not have had that exciting of a day, but every day we have situations, conflicts, we have things that occur to us, and being able to really define that will help you move forward in your life because you'll be able to see the momentum and like what you're growing towards. And going along that, then saying, okay, if this was the headline of my day, I want you to pause. Take a moment, pause this video, reflect on your day, and write your headline down in the comments. Okay, unpause. Once you have the headline of your day, think, what did I learn from that? How can I apply that into future situations? How can I grow from this situation? Or how can I really look at the gratitude in that? You see, on a day-to-day basis, it can be easy to not notice change because change is so small, it's so minor from one day to the next that you can feel like you're not really moving forward. You're not really actually creating progress. And so people get discouraged, especially, if you're working out or something, you're like, I don't see any change. But it's because you have to take a few steps back to realize the change that is happening. And to do that, it's important to reflect. So maybe you feel like you're going backwards. Maybe you're going through a breakup or a rough patch or whatever setback, you feel like it's just taking you way back. So as you guys know, last year I went through a really rough patch and I had depression and I just felt like my whole life was kind of falling into mush. I couldn't really explain it, but like every little thing just kept digging me deeper and deeper into like, what is happening? And it wasn't until my friend Mike shared with me this story. You see, let's think of a butterfly. Caterpillars are happy. They live their perfect little life. They are eating all the greens they can get their hands on. They are living really content. And eventually their life literally becomes mush. They lose their identity. They have these moments. They have in a way, such a setback. They were this happy, free caterpillar that got to eat all it wanted to eat, and now it's mush. In life, you have to sometimes have things fall apart and have things feel like they're mushy so that they can help you transform into what you're meant to be and what you're growing to be and becoming this beautiful butterfly. Butterflies really are the mascot of change. And it's because your life isn't going to look the same. So you're going to have conflicts, you're going to have issues, you're going to have things you're facing. But just know that if you are actively making decisions like we talked about in yesterday's video, you are working towards that goal. You are working towards something else. So overcome all of those feelings. It's hard, I know that. I'm not saying it's not. But to do that, I highly recommend having daily reflections. And have some positive daily reflections, like what was the best thing about today? What really lifted me up and brought me energy rather than draining me and making me feel like meh? Who were the people in my life that really lit me up? And what is it that I can do every single day to become a happier, better person? Positive questions can completely alter your mindset. And so at the end of the night, when you're doing like a nighttime routine, take a second and reflect. That is where I'm going to leave you today on this Beautiful Now Project day. Yes, for those of you asking, I am in a bathroom. It's not my bathroom, but that's how determined I am to do this now project. I will see you in my next video, which is tomorrow. Hi, guys.